Welcome back. Last week, we started strong with our series on limiting beliefs that you must have grown up with, and today we are tackling career and work. And I put together some things that I'm sure might have been ingrained into your head by your parents, yes. And today we'll be auditing those convictions you have around career and work. Let's get right into it. So the first one you might have had is to keep your head down and you'll be rewarded eventually. I'm very sure you must have heard this one because for some reason our parents were very big on humility, not showing yourself, not talking about your work. Yes, you must have heard this a lot. Do good work and you'll be rewarded for it. Well, feel free to think about this and tell me how that has been going for you so far. Because it's rooted in the idea that visibility is arrogance or show off. Funny how in our present world today we are taught that visibility is everything. So if you're one of those people who are still holding on to that belief that you should just bury your head, put your head down and do the work, I'm sorry, you will suffer a little. But let's focus on auditing these beliefs. The second one I'm sure you must have heard growing up is this: you must suffer first before you're allowed to enjoy work. Yes, this one is also rooted in the belief that suffer when you are young, enjoy when you are old. Take a deep breath. This bothered me a whole lot because what do you mean suffer now, enjoy later? You can imagine what it's like growing up and finding out that there are some people who have been working at their dream jobs or doing their dream work from day one. And no, they did not necessarily come from a silver spoon. I must say that this is not entirely untrue or bad because there is some level of suffering required in order to get to the life that you want to live. But you should not think of that hardcore kind of suffering. You just die. Then another one I'm sure you must have heard of this is that stability matters more than alignment. Yes, this one is rooted in this 9 to 5 culture. How 9 to 5 work is more stable and you should focus on stability. That is how you can grow your family. That is how you can make some money to be able to make a down payment for a house, to be able to buy a car, to be able to take care of your loved ones. Alignment in this case is the fact that many of us are currently doing things that we are not supposed to be doing. So there are many people stuck in a 9 to 5 right now when they should actually be creatives, or when they should actually be running their own businesses, or when they are supposed to be ministers or in social impact work. But because we are all trained to see stability, alignment is now somewhere at the back of our brain, not coming out because we're always trained to look for stability first. Another one is that personal branding is for unserious people. If you're someone who heard a lot how you should bury your head and put the work, you should not chase recognition or visibility, you might currently be struggling with the idea of creating a personal brand on social media right now, even though you know that you should, even though you've seen people who are more qualified than getting certain opportunities. As a result of the conditioning you had growing up. Another one is the belief that you have to follow a pecking order or start small. It is not everybody that will start small, but a lot of you heard this long enough growing up and now you believe it. Now, what do I mean by following the pecking order? You start this way from training, step by step, ladder by ladder, grade by grade, despite the fact that you can do the work of someone that is 2 grades ahead of you. You dare not ask for the promotion, you dare not ask for the raise, you dare not hop to another company that will give you that thing that you are better suited to, or that thing that you are looking for. Is as a result of you being trained to follow the pecking order. You think is wrong, that how can you grow faster than, let's say, your manager, even when you know that you can do a better job than that manager? Is a limiting belief that you most likely grew up with, on following the pecking order or starting small or starting with a 9 to 5. I have this friend that we're talking one time, she's an entrepreneur, and she was telling me how when she wanted to start her entrepreneurship journey, someone told her that she would have to work first, save up some money, and then go open up her own business. And she told the person straight up that she would never work in 9 to 5 and she will still start her business. Of course, the person was angry and kept trying to terrorize her on how she's too arrogant and how she has to start small, that nobody just starts big. But guess what? Everything happened the way she said it. She never had to work in 9 to 5, and now she has her own personal brand and her business. Do you see? And thriving, by the way. Then another one you must have heard is to wait till the conditions are perfect. There is no perfect time, but you would not know this because you've been trained to wait for the perfect conditions. Or wait till you're married, or wait till you have kids, or wait till you become manager, or wait till your boss approves. Wait for your elder one, wait for your younger one. Now, what's the cost of having this kind of mindset? Number one, you'll be an invisible talent. Yes. And I'm sure some of you can already relate to this. There's so many things you're good at, but unfortunately, nobody knows you're good at it because you think that putting yourself out there is arrogance or you don't believe in having a personal brand. So, right now, you're an invisible talent. Another cost of this kind of thinking is that you spend years waiting for what's the perfect time, waiting to get that thing that your heart truly yearns for. Why? Because you were not trained to go for things. You were trained to start small. You were trained to follow a pecking order. And then that ultimately leads to resentment. You're going to become what I call a witch, where you would see your mates doing great things. And instead of you to be inspired or motivated or to ask them or to just wear plain admiration for them, nope, you're heading straight to envy. And if it was just envy, it was good. Sometimes you become trolls and you begin to insult this person, put them down with your words, downplay their hard work, all because you are still carrying these toxic mindsets that you were raised with. Now, what can you do? You need to outline your dream life. How do you want to live your life? If you were not following those rules that have been set out for you growing up, what would you actually be doing right now? What would your life look right now? Right now, I want you to outline it, write it down. Don't lie to yourself. Write it in a piece of paper, in a book, sorry, or in your phone. Email it to yourself, a place that only you will see, so that you are going to be very, very honest about your feelings. Then also outline the skills that you might have because you will use your skills to get to that life that you want. The skills that you have or the skills that you need to have to get you to that point that you need to be. Basically, skill audit. You write down the life that you need and then the skills that you require to get to that point that you want to get to. Another thing is to be audacious. You really, really need to start putting yourself out there. You need to apply anyway for that job that you truly want, but your head is telling you that you're unqualified for. You should apply for it. Walk up to your manager, ask for that raise, ask for the promotion, speak up in meetings. You need to start doing things. You need to start putting yourself out there. You need to start stepping out of your comfort zone. Then you need to start building a personal brand, talking about your skills online, the things that you can do, who you are, where you want to go. When you're talking to yourself, you're not trying to cosplay expertise, then give yourself permission to pivot. If you don't permit yourself, no one else will give you that permission. Following the pecking order is the reason why society is kept in this balance. And unfortunately, this balance only serves some people. You need to give yourself that permission to pivot, to do whatever it is you want to do anyway. Because seriously, what will anyone do to you? Especially if you're an adult, what are you waiting for? Who will flog you? Who will beat you? Who is looking at you? When it comes to your work and your career today, I just want you to know that unless you have very strong backing, let's say you come from privilege, you have existing connections, the market will not reward you if you are invisible. This is a something I had to ingrain in my head because left to me, I would just be a mystery girl. But I had to tell myself the truth that nobody rewards invisibility. They don't even know you if you're invisible. How will they reward you? I cannot stress this enough. Put yourself out there now, all right? And that will be your assignment. If you've not created any social media account, go create one and post something before this week runs out. Then request for something. Yes. You see, the thing about requesting for something, let's say a raise or a promotion or whatever it is that you may get a yes, you may get a no. Now, if you get a yes, congratulations, you've gotten what you wanted. If you get a no, it just goes to show you that you're probably not valued enough or you're not as skilled as you think you are. In both cases, you now have feedback to work with, and then you go do the thing that is needed to be done. Do you see? All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope this causes you to rethink your career and work properly. I will see you in my next video.